Hello, this is Bridget with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, we are going to do the last final 7th rite tonight, and I'm excited. We have completed it. We're going to be working with the star Alcyone, which is the great central sun. She's all about pure blessings. She harnesses the energy of the rainbow. And the rainbow is very good. It's like all the light. It's like all the colors into one pure essence. And so she brings the pure blessings, the pure consciousness, pure energy through you. She's also going to help to integrate all 7 of the sisters' energies through us. All right. So all of the other 7 seeds of potential that have been planted within our energy field and within our chakras over these last 7 days, she's going to help that integrate within us. All right, and we'll be working with the white chi energy tonight with the white ball, and we will be working with Om again. But I know from the past, I should have looked it up before I started, but there's 2 ways of chanting Om or saying Om. With like the 6th and the 7th chakra, I've seen it spelt in 2 ways, like A-U-M or O-M. All right, but she used Om for the mantra in both. And I honestly believe that, like, up here, when you get up here to these 2 chakras, they're very similar. You know, like the third eye is about seeing with your third eye, but some of us don't physically see stuff. Like, we're not visually seeing like with our physical eyes do, but we see in a different way. We see around us. We see the synchronicity. We see the interconnectedness of things. We also see from a different perspective. We start to see like, oh, I can understand why that person's doing that. Even if, like, prior to, we usually always just, like, default to one person's side, it helps us to start seeing 2 sides of the story. It helps us to see the whole picture, right? Like, oh no, that thing's getting eaten, but if that thing doesn't get eaten, then that thing's going to die of starvation. So we start to understand on a wider perspective. But then when we go up into like the 7th, it's more of like a knowing. It's more of our interconnectedness to all things in that way, where we can just trust what we know, and we can trust what we are feeling guided to do through that knowing. So yeah, it's very similar. It's all about wisdom. It's very much like tied to our guides and our masters, the energy above us, and it's always there, it's always present, but this is going to enhance that. And the pure blessing of Alcyone is also going to bless that. Alcyone was excited before I got started, just so you know. But this is the rite that is also going to be connecting with the final goddess energy, which is Tomasa Huaman Tikkla. And she is the twin sister of the Huana one that we did yesterday. Okay, so these 2 last ones, they are sisters, and she's the goddess of freedom, and she connects to a sacred mountain near Cusco. She is also going to bring us transformation and liberation. So she liberates us into freedom. She liberates us into the transformation that is necessary to find the freedom of our knowing and trusting what our soul is guiding us to do. She helps us to connect with our higher self and with our guides and with just that divine information and wisdom that's above. She's going to help us to also integrate all 7 of these rites and seeds of potential and this goddess energy that we have also received, along with those sisters that we've been receiving throughout this process. So we're going to want to, intend that we are merging Alcyone into our crown and merging Tomasa Huaman Tikkla into our crown. And this, again, is going to connect with the highest levels of our light, the highest levels of wellness. We will be working with Om and the, infinity symbol there. We're going to reach up to gather that light and that information and that wisdom so that we can have a personal phoenix rising type of experience, okay? So if you've been wounded and hurt and just down and out, you're going to be like the phoenix rising through the ashes. And every goddess that you worked with through this, after you leave this, they're going to offer you something, okay? It may not be physical. It may not be like wicked aware. You may not be like, oh my God, like that was totally so-so. But they will bring you something, okay? Whether it's a knowing, a feeling, maybe you'll feel more secure with your root chakra, more creative or more balanced or harmonious with our relationships, more powerful, more confidence, more strength within yourself to do what you're here to do. And also it's soft because they're all feminine energy. So you may not, outwardly do certain things, but the way that you feel within is going to be shifting. And that makes all the difference in things, because we can outwardly feel or do certain things, but if we're not matching it internally, then that won't matter. And I'm just thinking of all the synchronicity that's like popping up, little things that I've had come into my mind, which is, again, these goddesses in this rite, these energies of all these rites working within me. Like yesterday, I shared a video about how, like, there's those tactics out there for dating gurus and stuff, and they're like, oh, send this 5 text message and they won't be able to, like, whatever, like, ignore you, you know, and then they tell you to send something like, I love myself enough to not deal with your bullshit. But if you don't, or like, my happiness isn't depending on you, but if your happiness is depending on that person, that is gonna fall flat. That text message isn't gonna work. If you don't feel what you are typing, then those are 2 different worlds. So if you don't match up within what you're doing outwardly, a lot of times we find blocks and things that get messed up. And sometimes there's outside influence or interference, or, you know, evil eye type of shit, and just even our own evil eye within our own life, or how we feel about others, can be causing interference with all of our blessings and with all of our manifestations. So this is offering us that opportunity to light that back up within us, to go deeper and to strengthen our relationship with these energies that we have harnessed and planted seeds of potential into us through doing this work. So you are going to have homework, and I did write all this down in the PDF, so when you purchase the Rite, again, it will be $10, it will be available, you'll get a PDF, you'll get the link to the actual activation and homework. So some of the homework will be, obviously, we're going to connect again with the stars. We're going to either want to look at a picture or go outside to connect with Alcyone and to intentionally integrate these energies. And I am going to be doing a little bit more teachings after this video. I might do it I think I'm going to do it in a way on here, but there's some other stuff that I feel like is pertinent to this information that I'm probably going to like put into like another course type of thing, because it's all about like the mesa, and I feel like that in itself can be its own like little mini teaching series. All right, so basically we're going to strengthen our relationship, we're going to go outside, we're going to connect with the stars, we're going to journal about that relationship. But tonight, while we're doing this right, before we even get like going with the stone, the crystal or the stone that you have for the 7th chakra, we're going to light each one of these, and then all right, and we're like lighting the light, we're acknowledging what we're doing, and each one of these represents something different. So the red is pureness, and the white is peace and harmony, and the yellow is transformation. So we're going to be igniting and lighting that into our life, but it's literally, we light it and then we blow it out, and then we go on with the stone that we have for our crown chakra. And if you don't have a stone for the crown chakra, you can imagine that, or use the energy that I will be transmitting through space and time to you. And then over the next 7 days, if you have those candles, you can light them over the next 7 days for 7 minutes to, again, call on the energy of each one of these goddesses, to call on the energy of each one of the 7 stars, one of those energies that we're connecting to with those stars, to deepen your relationship and to really grow the seed of potential. So something that can help people is, like, if say you go to a fire or you light a candle, or even just imagine or watch on video, right? Say you don't have the candles, you can watch video of fire and connect energetically to the transformational power of fire and harness it and bring it to the seeds that have been planted in you over these last 7 days. The dingy thingy is happening. All right. You can also do like walking meditation, go outside, get connected to the elements, but just spend like 7 minutes a day for the next 7 days, connecting with this energy and strengthening these rites, like being intentional about feeding this energy into you on all levels of your being, or even just time and ritual can help you. Also, gifting these rites to others can help you to really receive these rites. So, yes, we're going to be harmonizing our flow. We're going to be working deeper within our body. Our behaviors are going to shift. We'll be working with our ancestors. We'll be expanding our luminous energy field. And you want to pour that energy out as well as receive it within yourself, moving away from this process. And by continuing to build that relationship with your ancestors, with your guides, with these goddesses. And yeah, so I'm very excited. You've done it. We've got all 7 done. If you would like to receive it, it will be down below. Today was really cool. This is another thing, right? When you start doing the work that you're being guided to do, when you trust the universe provides to you. I made a whole video on my spiritual business mentoring channel about that concept, but since day one for me, it started with a rock. It started with my little rock that my honey bunny brought to me. And the next day I learned about the Muneki, and what do I know? My little rock is the same size as a traditional pie stone. And then I go here and I go there, and for freaking months and weeks and years, everywhere I went and everything I did was aligned. And I was given things of incredible monetary value and also like no monetary value, but still incredible things that helped me to do this work. And today, again, I got a huge ass box of stuff, and what would be in it but what we needed tonight. I didn't have one of these in white. I had the other ones, like I had the red and yellow, but I didn't have the white one. But it's here, along with so many other things that confirm to me what I've been thinking and feeling, 11/11, about the next steps of my path. I've been doing rituals with individuals for the last couple of weeks and months, and when I do them, people are coming to them and they're paying individually. So I was like, I'm going to continue to do the rituals either way, but I was being like led or guided or thinking about doing a Patreon where people can get all of them, you know, and like the ones that I've done prior, and then the ones that I continue to do, and anything that I do within that month, they will be having access to for their 1 monthly payment. And then have other tiers that go up from there, where it's like further teachings, further mentoring, learning how to do the tarot. You know, certain ones will include access to the Ñustas rites and the Muneki rites. And again, that inspiration, that creativity, those ideas, that click is all signs and indications of these gifts that these goddesses have been bringing to me, allowing me to get back into that mode of doing the sacred work that I'm meant to do, receiving the energy that I'm meant to receive, and the tools that I need along the way are being provided to me. And so many other things have happened this week. Like every single day, I'm just being blown away, because it's like stuff that I was worried about, or stuff that I was like, I don't know about. It's like as soon as it would cross my mind, I was letting it go, and the next day I would find, or later that day, or within minutes even, something would happen to show me that I had nothing to worry about. And I'm like, okay, and I feel that, and I trust that, and I know that, and I'm going to continue to go on this path that they're bringing me on, so I can stay in that flow. But that's what this has the potential of for you. So continue to work it, strengthen it. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments and let me know. But yeah, I'm also going to do a full series of this. So if you haven't done any of them, you've just been thinking about it, all of them will be available like together in one offering on my Etsy shop, just like the Muneki is now. The Muneki is on there for $111. These will be on there for set price for all of them to be received. And yeah, I'm burping at the moment, and I made a video earlier today about that, where sometimes when I'm channeling or receiving messages or giving card readings or whatever, I will burp, like confirmation burps, but I don't burp outwardly. And I was wondering how many people noticed it, because I've seen like several times this week people saying stuff about it, or people just doing it in their videos. And I've seen people being like, that feels really inauthentic. What the heck is that? Bah, 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 bah. Like giving them a hard time. And I was like, whatever. Like it is a thing. I just choose not to be like bleh, throughout all of what I do. So yes, if you have any questions, let me know. There will probably be some more videos coming to help us with furthering this, strengthening this, learning more about all of this. And like I said, a new series that will dive deeper into some of the stuff that, you know, takes some more dedication and all of that. So thank you so much. In Mune, namaste.